Hey guys, welcome Lizzie Pickles as a family guest. I just saw you pop up.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody. I hate Suzie.
Does everyone like my new cardie?
I do. It's kind of American. You know who it reminds me of?
Guess where it's from?
Me Winchmoyle.
Me Winchmore Hill again.
Yeah. Do you know what it reminds me
So
of?
reasonable that.
It reminds me of Starsky and Hutch's. Do you remember when they used to get out of the car and they were covered in water?
Don't you think it's lovely?
I do. I've just said it's gorgeous.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
to
sorry.
the subs.
I
Wasn't
forgot
talking to you.
Sorry guys, I forgot you were there. I thought she was just talking to me.
I'm pointing into the camera and asking them.
Did anyone see I Hate Suzie tonight? Episode 5 of 8, I think. Mm-hmm. Billy Piper. Can I just say quickly, last week me and Nanny Di reviewed episode 3 and 4. Nadia watched them on speed. Not on speed, as in the drug, with speed. And, well, no, not with speed, as in the drug. I mean, she watched them quickly. And I filled her in on the sort of subplot with the guy that Billy Piper was caught with the appendage of. And all that sort of stuff. And I really didn't enjoy the last 2 episodes. I didn't enjoy episode 3 and I didn't enjoy episode 4. I said it very clearly. Nanny Di was very circumspect of all the episodes, actually. She thought the first was good, but she thought it was then trying too hard. But tonight, Miss Sawalha...
I found it funny.
So did I.
I found it really funny.
So did I. I laughed out loud.
I love the actress that plays Billy Piper's agent.
Yeah, she's
I don't
really
know her
grown on
name.
me.
She's
grown on
really...
me.
I liked her right from the first
Did
minute.
you? I thought
yeah, I love her.
At first I wasn't too sure, but she grew
Not
on me.
only do I love her, the actress, and the way that she's playing the character, but I also love the way the character is written. She's just unapologetic. She's just a tough broad that actually... She's very decent as well, we saw tonight, wasn't she? I found it very confusing, her
I found
storyline
her
tonight.
storyline really confusing. I didn't find it confusing as
Because
far as
she's a complex
perimenopausal.
woman.
Yeah, but I got that she wanted a baby, she wants to get pregnant and all that sort of stuff. We've seen that plot line many times. But what I didn't understand was the non-carry through.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I love about her. She's a complex character. So I've got this thing at the moment about 360-degree women. We want so often to just put people into boxes. Oh, she's a cow, or she's a bitch, or she's this, or she's that. But actually, she is a ball-breaking, tough bitch. But she's also very vulnerable. And I thought it was most beautifully played all the way through the episode tonight. She was the absolute star of the show. And when she, in the last minute, after having to have this shag with this young guy, there's obviously...
You just said the sh word.
He obviously thinks he's God's gift, and she's been there for hours, watching the time, and she's eventually like, get on with it.
All right, easy to
And then he asks in the last minute
to do.
whether she's on the pill, and she says no.
Because she regretted she couldn't do it.
She couldn't do the con.
No. I like that.
I really, really liked that. I really loved the writing.
But that says a lot about her as her agent, because of course she's in the process of trying to limitate Billy Piper's act, that's been sort of seeped out of iCloud and gone around the world and everything. I liked her narrative trajectory tonight. I thought it was good. I thought the scene with her in the pod, I love that line, we're in East London, we're in a globe. If you know if you know Shoreditch, you know that that's very funny.
But also, it was such a sad scene.
It was.
Because the inadequacy of that man, the inadequacy of his character, the inadequacy of the situation and the dating app, and her age and his age, and then him to just walk away because she'd actually been brutally honest that she just wanted his sperm, which is fair enough.
Well, I did
he didn't
feel
want
for
to
him a
give his
little bit.
sperm.
No, absolutely. I was thinking to myself, when he walked, at that point, I was thinking to myself, what would I have said or done in this situation? I'd have probably run for the door as well.
Yeah, I mean, she was terrifying.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
terrifying.
the situation was incredibly sad for all, wasn't it?
It was. But he could have been a bit cleverer and more insightful about the book, Sapiens, that he'd read. Because I know that book.
Oh
and
my
he
God,
was
it was
awful.
embarrassing.
Don't want to do small chat. Who wants to do small chat? Who wants to do chit chat? No one actively says they want to sit down and talk shit.
But then she went into the drive of all her brilliance, and he just folded. So
Well,
I loved it. I loved it as a study of a batshit crazy,
A woman.
single woman
Can I just say, I've got to
who
mention...
just left it too long to freeze her eggs.
I've just got to mention that, sorry, sometimes you pause and I think you've finished, but you haven't, you're just breathing. Charlie, evening, guys.
Just breathing.
No, sometimes you're taking a big breath to say the next sentence, and I sometimes think there's a pause. That's the only reason I overlap.
Sometimes you're like you're on crack. You're just like...
Well, no, there's
we're not in a hurry.
No, there's a particular scene in it that...
Yeah, but the whole time I'm talking, you're just waiting to talk about your particular scene.
No, it wasn't. I wanted to mention Charlie, Evening, guys. I'm Bernard Cribbins' gardener. I love Bernard Cribbins. Worked with Billy on Doctor Who and says she's one of the most talented actresses he's ever worked with.
She really is.
She really is
Astonishing.
quite something.
We've seen her in the theatre and we've
Oh
been
my
blown
God.
away every time.
Well, we were in the theatre. She was literally, we were one set of seats away from the front, weren't we? And she was there emoting like a nutter.
I
mean,
would go
she's-
and see her in
anything. I would advise you, if you see her coming to a stage anywhere,
Well,
go.
when's that going to happen again?
Yeah, when's that going to happen? The other thing I wanted to say, what did we think of the narrative with, what do you think of Billy
If I'm a
Piper's
bit
husband?
weird, I've got a bit of a headache.
Billy Piper's husband. I thought he was
It's phenomenal.
phenomenal tonight.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
He was phenomenal. He took an E, he came up on that E, he sat at the table when he walked into the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he had all of that, and I tell you what, he played perfectly. He played the impact of a drug on him, but he played the truth of how he would have manifested his resentment, his jealousy, his embarrassment and shame, his possessiveness, his
Because
guilt.
it was complex what he had
Very
to play.
complicated. It wasn't just
because
about turning up drunk.
He'd had a mood-enhancing
Yeah.
drug that would have softened everything and softened the world. So if
So
he
he would have made
hadn't
him
have had the
favourable to
mood,
everyone.
if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
hadn't had the mood-enhancing drug, he would have probably just smashed the guy's face in
Yeah, yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
So you go through this incredibly awkward, brilliant table scene where the young producer, the bloke in it, played it like so many producers I've met in television.
Yeah.
And that was probably our fault.
Yeah.
And are we all okay
Oh, what, the one
with
next
that?
to the woman? Yeah. He was great.
And it's the way that a lot of producers always talk to what they call talent. Anyone
In
in
a
front of the
slightly
screen is called
patronising
talent.
way.
And they're just like, we feel so badly for you. And no, we haven't looked at the photos. Yeah, right. Most of the time, if you're on screen, that you walk out of the door and however much people have been sucking up to you, they've got a
I
very
like to-
different opinion of you when you've gone through the door. And I thought he just played that so brilliantly.
I like to think that actually when I was sitting with talent, I was never like that. But
You always told me that you always said to me, the minute they walk out the door at the
Yes.
BBC, they all go, oh, God, that bloody woman.
no, I
don't
wouldn't
know."
say that about you. I
No.
never said that. But
No,
I mean,
no, but
producers have a total disregard for presenters. They hate them. The vast majority of them
Or
hate
actors.
them. Yeah,
Or
or actors, performers. Because there's a sort of strange resentment that someone's in the spotlight. It's very bizarre. But I thought, yes, you're right. That scene towards the end of the scene in the restaurant where the husband wanted to clearly, just tank the guy opposite him. But he E'd him, didn't he?
Yeah,
E'd
he
him.
was on ecstasy, and so he just was hugging him. Because he was, and I loved that scene.
Very
that
clever.
scene on the stage would have been extraordinary because
Oh.
if you'd have been looking straight into his
Yes.
face, that's why we have to get theatre back. And he would have been torn to pieces because he was wanting to smash him in the
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
But he'd had this ecstasy tablet, so he was wanting to hug him. And it was just so visceral
Yeah.
and just, you felt his ache and his pain and
Yes.
his sadness that he'd lost
Yeah.
his wife and his man had sex with his wife.
And then he
both
smacked her on the arse.
Yeah, in a really, he couldn't judge it right.
No.
And she just took it because
So why is she with him? Why is she staying?
because I think she does love him and she loves their child. I loved the scene when he went, how often have you been doing drugs? I'm not boring. We agreed to both be boring. You
That
made
was
me boring.
such brilliant, because I think everyone in a couple worries about that. I've worried about that. I've often worried about that as a sober partner, that I've had to get sober to survive, and that essentially I've become boring because I can't get annihilated drunk with you. So I really related to that.
Yeah.
Really related to that. I thought the way he said that, and I think there's a truth.
I
when this
related to
hits-
it though as well, in that you become a parent and you think, God, I'm bored. I mean, I think,
Yeah.
I can drink if I want and I can get annihilated drunk if I want, but that doesn't mean you're excluded from
Cheers,
thinking,
Charlie.
have I now become boring because I'm a mum and I'm a wife and I'm, I just trying to do the right thing all the time and trying to be, and have 2 glasses of wine instead. We all worry about that.
Yeah,
Just getting
absolutely.
older, you don't even have to have had children.
What did you think of the sort of, the sort of heavens opening, her dialogue with God, both in the toilet and on
I liked it. I didn't find it too unbelievable because
No, I know what you mean,
I don't believe in God in the traditional sense, but I have sometimes in desperate times prayed to God and I've gone, well, just in case.
So you're hedging your bets.
Yeah.
That's what my nan used to do. Got to hedge your bets.
I have
Mark.
prayed sometimes when you've thought, what else can I do? And I just, yeah, it was believable to me. And I didn't believe she was going to religion. I think she was asking for a power greater than herself to help her the hell out of it.
Did you think when she said thank you to God when she saw her husband in bed and she'd worn all the saucy clothing and she thought they were going to have
And she didn't really want to do
She
the
didn't really
saucy
want to.
clothing.
When
she
she
was
said
tired,
thank
she
you
was
God,
dropping
was
off.
it a relief that she hadn't had to do it, or a relief that she was with her family?
Oh no, I didn't think it was a thank you God I don't have to have sex. Well, she was over a child.
No, because she was thinking, thank God the husband was alongside her child asleep, so he'd fallen asleep.
Oh my
I read
God,
it
how twisted is your
That's not
mind?
twisted. I thought she was like, oh, thank God I didn't have to do that.
Oh my God. No, that didn't occur to me at all.
Oh, okay. Did that occur to you guys?
Did anyone else think
I
that?
wasn't expecting such
I was just
shocking
thinking, thank
news
God
from-
I've got my family back together again.
Well, that's
Thank
what I'm
God.
saying, but I felt there was a bit of, it could have been one or the other.
Oh, Christ.
But then what about the scene where they go for her final pickup? She has to go back on set and her husband has gone with her. That was a bit sort of dark, wasn't it? That he was there.
Yeah,
What
that
do you
was
think of
very
that?
dark with all her belly being pulled
All her
out.
belly pulled out, and it was a lovely final shot, sort of Walking Dead-esque, where she ends her character there. So the last two episodes, I'm sure some people have seen them on streaming because they're already there. There is a Confessions podcast coming tomorrow. It might be later tomorrow though. What do you think where do you think it's going to go now?
Gabrielle.
Because there's a spoiler coming. She's lost Disney and she's lost that job.
I don't know.
What the hell's going to happen for
I
her?
haven't got a clue, and that's what I like.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't got a clue. I really, really enjoyed it tonight. I thought it was
enjoyed
absolutely
it.
brilliant.
Well, I have to absolutely say that it was head and shoulders above the last two episodes.
Fat boy, who's that? FIFA boy Darren, please can I have a shout after a bad few days. Of course you can. Big shout out to you. You're not a pain, and we know that you struggle. Big shout out.
Yeah. Been listening to your confessions. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, there's a really good one. It's all about empty nest syndrome, as you've probably seen on our Instagram. Okay, guys. Well,
When's
look.
the members live?
Oh, the members live is tomorrow night. Nanny Di will be here too, and so we'll all be here and about. So I'll post on the community tab what time that will be tomorrow.
Oh, Jodie says we should watch the real Des.
The Dennis Nilsson
I would
story.
like to, because I didn't get enough from the
Grizzly.
drama.
I reckon that'll be Grizzly. But have you ever dug
Dug
deep,
deep and
Nadia,
prayed.
and prayed for a walk-in
Yes,
wardrobe?
well, I have got, because I've got that little room, but it's just not a bloody wardrobe.
Yeah.
Nothing on this earth can get Mark to focus and for us to go and look at
Well, hang on a
cupboards.
minute. If Lisa, your friend Lisa, is watching, things could be moving. The other thing I just wanted to say before we sign off, Charlie, Bernard Cribbins' gardener. Can you tell Bernard Cribbins from us that we love him?
Yeah.
I love Bernard Cribbins.
And we love that you're Bernard Cribbins'
And we love that you're Bernard Cribbins' gardener. I want to talk to you about gardening.
Paigey, hello.
Check
shout
out
to
our
Paige.
green-fingered hell, Charlie.
Has anybody watched Cuties on Netflix? I've got to watch it tonight because we're talking about it tomorrow on Loose Women. Has anyone watched it?
French drama about 11 to 12-year-old girls that was in the press because Netflix used an incredibly sexualised poster. But apparently...
Fires in Kent, Mark. Check out Fires in Kent, Mark. God knows what's happening. Oh, no.
What?
Not more bad news.
Fires in Kent.
Oh, God.
So, yes.
Oh,
so
Jodie,
we'll see.
you watched it. What do you think of it?
Oh, where's Jodie? Where's she gone? Xander Gibb, Nadia Sawalha, atheist or agnostic?
Well, that's difficult. I am really an atheist, but that doesn't mean I don't believe there's a power greater than us. I just don't believe in, traditional religion. I don't believe. Yeah.
Oh, right. It's just broken that Lancashire is the next area to be placed under lockdown. Oh, flipping heck. It's getting worse, isn't it, by the minute? I've seen it just a few days ago. Yeah, Cuties. Apparently, every day a certain number of people
Cuties.
desubscribe from Netflix, but on the day that the whole Cuties thing kicked off, they desubscribed 8 times more than normal. There was a campaign to get people to stop watching. I mean, to be fair to the owner of Netflix, he said it was an error of judgment. They were sorry that they used the poster or the image that they used.
Well, Xander says that it's seen as a
Yeah.
as a real problem out there in the US.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, right. Right, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I need to watch it then. That must be why we're talking about it on Loose Women tomorrow.
It's a hot potato. It's a big. It's really the first time Netflix have been in caught in a real kind of, bit of a headwind.
Pauline, I think it is a Scorpio thing because Mark's really untidy too.
Xander, Nadia doesn't then acknowledge a greater power than her.
There is a greater power than me.
Yeah. Stay in the rooms, Guy. Keep it in the rooms. Could you do a podcast on the meaning of life, what we are and why we are here? I'd love to.
Will you send Hannah my love?
Oh.
Sorry, I just didn't want that to go.
I'd love to. Did you hear that? Nature Love said, could you do a podcast on the meaning of life, what we are and why we are here?
Oh, God.
I think
Mark can do that on his own. He'll end up in a major depression.
I used, once upon a time, I would have taken drugs and done that for ages, but now I just don't do that sort of thing. So I just...
He'll suddenly do it as we're going to bed. What's the meaning of it all? I think, oh no, oh God.
Yeah.
We can't decide now.
Wow, 166 schools affected by COVID. Anyway, for those who are watching I Hate Suzie, that's our episode 5 review. Is it episode 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and we've got 3 more to go. So, lots of love.
6 schools in
I know,
Manchester.
I know. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Lies.
All right, lies. I'll see you in the morning
lies.
for coffee moaning, and there'll be the members live later, and a green-fingered hell tomorrow.
Blimey.
Yay! Oh, and who's that? Karen Edwards
Welcome,
from Swansea.
Karen Edwards from Swansea.
Yeah, oh, don't she's
I
off.
want to go to Wales so
Yeah, so
badly.
So do I. Love to Swansea. Bye.